I want to talk about the he-goat and the ram. In Daniel chapter 8 and verse 3, it says, "Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, behold, there stood before the river a ram which had two horns." See, the ram had two horns, and the two horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. See, the ram had two horns. See, the two horn is a rock and a ram. But right now, Bush broke a rock horn. Now Donald Trump gonna break a ram horn. You see, the higher one came up last. See, a ram is stronger than a rock. He had more weapon than a rock had. So the higher came up last. So our ram is coming up last. See, and verse 4 said, "And I saw the ram pushing westward." See, it's westward. It's like the United States. See, we are known as the West. And northward, it's like around Russia area, like in Russia. Russia is dealing with terrorists too. And southward, like in South Africa. See, they deal with a lot of terrorists over there too. So that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there in it that was in it that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will and became great. See, the ram became great. He did according to his will. All right, and verse 5 said, and as I was considering, behold, a he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth. See, a he-goat from the west. The United States, as its name known as the he-goat, came from the west on the face of the whole earth and touched not the ground. See, it went over there to Afghanistan, Iraq. It went on a plane, then by ships. See, it went by plane and ships. They didn't touch the ground. And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. See, the United States is notable. Everybody know about the United States, all those nations, because of the superpower the United States has. Their weapon. All right. In verse 6 it said, "And he came to the ram that had two horns." See, the two horn, like I said, is a rock and a ram, which I had seen standing before the river, and ran unto him in the fury of his power. See, the United States got power now, known as the military superpower. And verse 7 said, "And I saw him come close unto the ram." See, he came close unto the ram, that he was moved with choler. That's mean like anger. See, the United States anger, or there's been anger against a rock and a ram. Pay attention. Against him, and smote the ram, and break his two horns. And there was no power in the ram to stand before him, but he cast him down to the ground and stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand. See, nobody ain't gonna deliver it. See, I remember when they fought Iraq, guys was telling me, "Oh, you know, Turkey, the other nation, gonna help Iraq." I said, "No, they won't help." According to the Bible, it said no one will deliver, won't be able to deliver out of the hand of the he-goat. out of the United States. Nobody won't be able to deliver a rock from the United States. Now they got to fight Iran next. See, and verse 8 said, therefore the he-goat waxed very great. See, the he-goat waxed very great when they gonna break a rock and a ram horn. A rock horn is already broken. The ram horn have to be broken. And when he was strong, the great horn was broken. See, that's why Donald Trump is saying he's gonna make America great again. And the Bible says great horn will be broken when he was strong. After he break a rock and a ram horn. A ram horn is yet to be broken. So you have to pay attention. And for it came up four notable one toward the four winds of heaven. That's mean we enter into the third beast. The four winds is those four kings. They have four rulers in the third beast. See, this is what a lot of people do not understand. They can't see. You know, they think it's gonna be the end of the world when they're gonna fight Iran. See, they think it's gonna be the end of the world when they're gonna fight Iran. But the end is not yet. You know, we are going to the third beast after the United States horn be broken. But you're going to break Iran horn first. See? And four of them going to stand up. We're going to enter into the third beast after that. Four of them will stand up for their kingdom. See? Because you can go to Daniel chapter 7. See, the third beast had 7 heads. Daniel chapter 7, I think it's in the verse 6, says the leopard. After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. And the beast had also 4 heads. See, it was 4 rulers, and dominion was given to it. See, you have authority. Those 4 heads are going to be ruling the world. Those 4 heads, 4 rulers. And verse 9 says, and out of one of them came forth, and Daniel 8:9 said, and out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land. That's the false prophet, the Antichrist. See, the false prophet was among the third beast. That's why the Bible calls it in Revelation the beast that was and is not and yet is. He was among them. He was a beast before. He was among the third beast. And when the 10 horn get here after the third beast, it could be the 10 horn. You see, and he's gonna come among those 10 horn. He gonna get out from the third beast. He gonna pluck up them 3 who he was with from the third beast. Because you read Daniel 7 and verse 7, it said after the leopard. In verse 6 it was after the leopard, and then verse 7 said it's gonna be the 4th beast. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful, terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. See, it had 10 horns. See, after the third beast, then the 4th beast will come, and the little horn will come in. Verse 8 saying, I considered the horn, and behold, there came up among them, among those 10, another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horn plucked up by the roots. See, he plucked up those 3 who he was with by the root of the third beast, because he was 4 of them in the third beast. So the little horn got, when the 10 horn showed up, the little horn got out from the third beast it got with the 10 kings, the 10 horns. See, and they plucked up by the roots, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of men, and a mouth speaking great things. See, that's the false prophet. All right, we jump to Daniel 8 and verse 20. I'm going to go to verse 20. The ram which thou sawest having 2 horns are the kings of Media and Persia. You know, Media is Iraq, and Persia is Iran. In 1935, Persia changed to Iran in 1935. So you can look it up in a dictionary. A dictionary will tell you the same thing. In 1935, Iran was Persia in 1935. In 1935, it changed to Iran. And verse 8, Daniel 8 and 21 said, and rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. See, Bush was the first king, and that he goat. See, Bush was the first king. See, that is between his eyes is the first king. I mean, they were going to have more than one king, and Obama was like the second king. See, and Trump is like it's going to be like the other king that will destroy Iran. See, and I'm going to get to that. And verse 22 said, now that being broken, whereas full stood up for its 4 kingdoms. See, they got an S in the king. He had 4 kingdoms. See, they were ruling the whole world, those 4 kingdoms. See, after it was broken, 4 of them started. They got into the 3rd beast. 4 of them stood for their king, and was the leopard, after the United States home was broken. And it said, now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for its 4 kingdoms, shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power, but not in the United States power. See, not in the he-goat power. And in the latter time of that kingdom, see, it tell you in the latter time of the kingdom gonna rule a while, the 3rd beast, the leopard. See, that's what a lot of people don't see. They think it's the end right now. And that's why Jesus Christ said the end is not yet. In the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressor all come to the full. See, transgression now is not come to the full of transgression now. See, when the transgressor come to the full, then it said, when transgression all come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentence shall stand up. See, that's the Antichrist, the false prophet. And his power shall be, verse 24 says, his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. See, it's by the 10 horn power, the 10 kings. His power will be mighty. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. You see. See, he'll destroy the mighty and the holy people. See. He's going to be ruling the world. One king, just like Nebuchadnezzar did. He ruled the religion and the government. See, well, like when Christ come back, it's the same thing. It's like when Moses, Moses and Aaron were ruling the government and the religion. All goes in one. There's a lot of people can't see that. They think government and religion is separate, but it's not separate. It goes together. That's why we have evil government now, because the people, the church done fell away from God. So they all got into the government, unrighteous people in the government, because there's unrighteous people in the churches now. Church done left God. Now you can go to about in the he-goat, when his home was broken. You can go to Daniel chapter 11. See, it's the same thing. Daniel chapter 11, I'm going to read like in verse 2, start like in verse 2. It said, "Now will I show thee the truth. Behold, there shall stand up yet 3 kings in Persia, and the fourth shall be far richer than they all. And by his strength through his riches, he shall stir up all against the realm of Grecia." He's going to stir up all of the realm Persia. That's Iran. See, and the Bible says in verse 3, "And a mighty king shall stand up." See, that mighty king is Donald Trump. That shall rule with great dominion and do according to his will. See, Donald Trump is doing according to his will. Like he made Jerusalem the capital of Israel. All those nations was against that. He got out of the Paris Agreement. Many things he did what all those people is against. And they thought they was going to kick him out of the office, and he's still in the office. He's doing according to his will. He's not doing according to what the people want. A lot of people want. What these high men want up there. He's doing according to his will. And saying, when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken and shall be divided toward the 4 winds of heaven, and not to his prosperity, nor according to his dominion which he ruled, for his kingdom shall be plucked up even for others besides those. See, his kingdom will be plucked up, like I was telling you. It's going to be broken because our nation is divided. See how the Democrat, Republican is divided like that? See, they had never been like that before. Our nation can't stand when they are divided. See, that's what a lot of people don't see and don't get. See, it's going to be war, probably a civil war over here. See, after they fight Iran, the nation is divided. They're coming against. That's why the Bible says you're not supposed to speak against your leader of the ruler of thy people. See, you're not supposed to speak against your ruler of thy people. But they do it anyway. So that's why they're going to be destroyed. See, a nation divided cannot stand. See, the Republican and Democrat used to stand together a long time ago. But they divided, filled with hatred now against the leader, the ruler of thy people, against Donald Trump. You're not supposed to do it. You make yourself look bad to other nation. The other nation ain't going to have no respect for you. They won't get it back either. That's how it works. The people should know better than that. But we're living at the end time. The Bible said there's going to be, violent hatred and all that in the last days. See, men will betray one another, will hate one another. That's what we're seeing now. It's going to get worse and worse as time goes on. But I'm just showing you what's going to happen, what's coming up. So you got to understand that. Read the Bible for yourself and get an understanding. And take heed. And thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom.